Coming back with a part two. Forgot to mention there was one event on the flight from Austin to Philadelphia where in the middle of it, a girl dropped her earbud. But you know how like the earbuds nowadays are like really expensive? They're like really high tech. She had one of those like really expensive high tech earbuds and she dropped it like mid flight. And this is so funny. It went like everyone's looking for it, right? And finally, I'm like in the position in the aisle to like get the flashlight under the freaking chairs. So I take the flashlight and I'm under the chairs and I can see this earbud is in this spot where nobody can reach. It's under the chair. The girl can't reach it from in between her legs. The person behind her can't reach it from like where they're at. So someone had to be me. I had to get on like army crawl. I mean, I'm like laying on my belly with my arm extended as far as it can go into the middle chair to grab the earbud. So that was also really funny. And then speaking of communism in America, because my father's in disbelief, like kind of not really, but like mostly he's like in disbelief about these communists that have infiltrated America because I was like, well, in Austin, I'm like, they don't hide. I'm like, communists throw up their symbols like all over the place. So I'm like, in Austin, it's not a secret. They're like all communists. And because they're all communists, it's no need to have a secret. Like the communist symbol is everywhere. And so he was like, so it's like strength in numbers. And I'm like, yeah, it's like strength in numbers. Like they don't even care. Like they don't even try to hide. Where I live in Austin, Texas, I'm like, these commies don't even try to hide. But what if you found out that your extended network, business network, are largely communists? He's like, that's just so funny to consider, but they don't advertise in this area where I'm from. They don't advertise the way they do in Austin, Texas. But you know, these MFers are everywhere. But where they find strength in numbers is where they easily portray their symbolism and like show their hand. And they don't hide it and they don't care and they talk about it and they don't care. Where I live, they don't hide it. They don't care. They talk about it. But where there's not strength in numbers, they don't throw up the symbolism. I'm like, but these people are everywhere. They're everywhere. So be on the lookout for that. You know, where you live, they might not just come out and say it, but it's like, I was like, just will you be surprised? And he's like, well, yeah, I guess I would be surprised, but I guess, you know, it's whatever, you know? Like Americans will do what they need to do because we were so disenfranchised from the COVID epidemic that a lot of people already have their wits about them. They're not going to go with the communist agenda. Where there's not strength in numbers, they're not just flashing up their hand left and right. But where I live, there's strength in numbers, and these people are super arrogant about who and what they are. This is very interesting, the difference. I'm from upstate New York. My family is here, and truly most of my friends are still here. But I live somewhere where these MFers just don't care, and they're just like, "Communism? Yeah." Like, "We don't care. Yeah, here we are. We're Nazis. We're communists. We don't care." So, I have that advantage. I have that advantage. And the Jesuits hate people like us. You know, the Jesuits hate anybody that can rise in power outside of their stupid freaking fraternity, their gay dude club. Jesuits hate people that I stem from, where I'm from. They hate us because you can rise to some type of influence easily, but you're not a part of their club. So I have an advantage because I'm from a place where there's a lot of good people, and we're the ones that, you know, we got this influence they hate. But I live in a place where it's zombie city and they just show their hand left and right. It's like even more in your face because there's even more zombies. So it's very interesting life to lead. I find this place to be so interesting, continuously fascinating me. And exciting things to come. This like sad things to come, but exciting things to come at the same time. I'm a very warlike spirit, you know? Very warlike spirit. It's like I don't do shit for this toilet, America, but I do a lot for the kingdom. I'll do a lot for the kingdom, but I won't do shit for this toilet. But I'll do a lot for the kingdom. And that's why I'm not afraid to speak because I have this advantage. All right. That's it for now. Check you later.